$3 million bribe for contracts involving another company. Chevron spokesperson Jim Craig called on Ecuador to investigate Judge Nunez.
We call on the Ecuadorian authorities to carry out a thorough, independent, and transparent investigation into this bribery plot, not only focusing on the conduct of Judge Nunez, but also into the serious indications of political interference in the case. The results of this investigation should be made public.
Judge Nunez has denied Chevron's allegations and said the videos were manipulated. He had been expected to issue a final ruling in the Chevron lawsuit before the end of the year. The original suit was brought 16 years ago. Julio Prieto, a lawyer for the Amazon residents, said Chevron is continuing its pattern of delaying the case.
There's 14 firefighters that have been injured and 2 have been killed yesterday.
Sorry, that was the wrong SAT. The Ecuadorian government has denied interference in the case and said it's investigating Chevron's allegations. Back in the United States, a new study says low-wage workers have been routinely denied proper overtime compensation and often paid less than the minimum wage. The joint study from the Ford, Joyce, Haynes, and Russell Sage Foundations marks the most authoritative look at wage violations in more than a decade. 68% of workers surveyed experienced at least one pay-related violation in the previous week. 76% hadn't been paid overtime, while 26% weren't paid the minimum wage. The average worker surveyed lost $51 in wage violations the previous week, or 15% of that week's pay. Just 8% of those who suffered serious work-related injuries filed for medical compensation and missed days of work. Another study, meanwhile, shows top executives at the nation's leading financial firms have benefited from stock options that were awarded when share prices were low. The Institute for Policy Studies says the top 5 executives at 10 financial firms have seen their stock options increase in value by nearly $90 million. A large amount of the stock options have soared in value as financial markets rebounded from the economic meltdown. But while many executives have seen a windfall, some 160,000 employees have been laid off from the top 20 bailed-out financial firms. A coalition of labor and governmental groups has launched a new campaign against the retail giant Walmart. The American Values Agenda for Change at Walmart is seeking to pressure the company on improving wages, health care benefits, as well as its environmental and labor policies. The group's website, wakeupwalmart.com, says it's issued a challenge to Walmart to agree to a series of new standards to mark Labor Day next week. In other economic news, newly released figures show the manufacturing sector grew last month for the first time in over a year and a half. The Institute for Supply Management says its August index also reached its highest level in 2 years. At the White House, President Obama welcomed the news.
There's no doubt that we have a long way to go, and I and the other members of this administration will not let up until those Americans who are looking for jobs can find them. But this is another important sign that we're heading in the right direction, and that the steps we've taken to bring our economy back from the brink are working.
Later in the day, Obama hosted a group of U.S. Muslims for a dinner celebrating the Muslim holy month of Ramadan.
Together, we have a responsibility to foster engagement grounded in mutual interest and mutual respect. And that's one of my fundamental commitments as president, both at home and abroad. That is central to the new beginning that I've sought between the United States and Muslims around the world. And that is a commitment that we can renew once again during this holy season.
And the Environmental Protection Agency has announced plans to soon declare carbon dioxide a dangerous pollutant. The pending formal endangerment finding would require the EPA to regulate greenhouse gas pollution under the Clean Air Act. The move follows an EPA ruling in April that said greenhouse gases endanger human health and welfare. Meanwhile, Senate negotiators have delayed introduction of a landmark climate bill cutting greenhouse gas emissions until later this month. The House narrowly passed its version of the bill in June. And those are some of the headlines. This is